2009. That was when this Boko Haram started. By 2010, they've gained authority. By 2011, 2012, they've gone mad. They were able to get PDP out of power through their conspiracy and the rest of that. And by all those times, right, they were limited in Northeast. They were limited in Borno. And sometimes they were trying to take, to take over and spread their fear in Abuja. But today, now you cannot travel from one place to another. And you believe that it's going to get better? You really believe that in this whole arrangement? You really do? Good luck to that. Let's continue. So I'm going to go to Northwest, East, whatever. Katsina State. Some major roads in Katsina State are now deserted for fear of attacks by armed bandits, Fulani terrorists. The roads include Jibia, Gurbi, Kaura, Namoda, Dusima, Kankara, Cheme, and Faskari Road. Musawa, Matazu, Sharanchi, Kankia, Kusada Road. Dandume to Sabua, Cheme to Kankara, and Dusima to Funtua, which many motorists avoid between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. The bandits, the terrorists, they have declared curfew on these roads. And this is where Boko Haram comes from, you know. Yeah, that's where it comes from. Just like you have them in Yoruba land. Don't travel between the roads in Yoruba land between 5 p.m. and then 5 a.m. If you do, you are on your own. No. Same thing in Katsina State. Jibia, Gurbi to Kaura Namoda Road, which links Katsina and Zamfara states, is, according to residents, the most dreadful. When you hear Zamfara, what comes to your mind? Let's go to Kaduna. In Kaduna State, they said virtually all the sections of the Kaduna-Abuja Expressway are terrorized by bandits. You know that, it's famous. Kaduna-Abuja Expressway, Kaduna-Abuja Railway, Kaduna-Abuja Airway. Everywhere is controlled by the terrorists as we speak. But there are other roads too in Kaduna. They say other roads specifically identified as terrorists, or let me say as territories, where abductors carry out their acts are Birnin Gwari, Kaduna Road, Kaduna Saminaka Jos Road, Kaduna Kashia Road, Kagarko Jere Road, Birnin Gwari Kagara to Tegina Road, Sakin Power to Birnin Gwari routes, Mina, Lambata, Diko, Kaduna axis. They say Kaduna to Zaria section of Kaduna, Abuja Road. Roads linking Kaduna to Kajuru communities, Kashia communities, and the Kaduna Afaka Sabon Birnin Road. Then you have Birnin Gwari to Funtua Road, is a no-go area. Then you have Zaria, Shika, Funtua Road is also death trap. Waiting can remain. Are you not asking yourself that, what else is left? There are more. They say, if you go to Nasarawa, they say trips on the following roads are often done with caution. Shendam Road, Obi, Kehana, Hawe Road, Akwanga, Kefi Road, Kefi, Nasarawa, Toto Road, Gudi Kefi Road, Garaku Road, Nasarawa, Toto, Gadabuke Road, Akwanga, Abuja Road, Adogi, Asakio Road, Nasarawa, Gadabuke, Hugia, Umaisha Road, and Skokona Gudi Road in Nasarawa State. If you travel them, you are a gunner and you are on your own. Guess what? People have to feed now. People are still traveling the road. Inshallah, they just, they go on the road with vibes. And inshallah, they know their government have abandoned them. They know. In northern Nigeria, we have been told that Nigeria banks, they are opening special accounts for northerners who have money to put away. They call it ransom savings account. Maybe they haven't told you. Yes, they have them. If you are somebody who have regular income and a bank account in northern Nigeria, their bankers are advising them, you can put some money away in case if they kidnap you. So that, instead of selling your properties, we can loan you some money, but you have some money there too. They are now putting money away in their savings account. They call it ransom savings account in case of incasity. In Yoruba land, people are selling their properties to pay ransom to Fulani terrorists, and they are telling the media, the politicians are doing their best, that the media will never report them. They call them propaganda. But you see on this road, if you find yourself anywhere, you dey go do NYSC, I want to serve my fatherland. Ireo, they go use you as a sacrifice for that your fatherland. Shebi Nigeria is your fatherland, abi? I have to serve my fatherland. I know this country is going to get better one day. Good luck to you. I know they like to discourage people. Okay? Good luck. If you can't do mistake, cross to Niger State. The following roads. In Niger State alone, the governor came out and he said, in my state, the Fulani terrorists, ISWAP, they have taken over 500 communities. I'm not talking about 500 chickens or 500 goats. I'm talking about communities, towns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, over 500 communities, where the people living in those communities, they have been chased away by the Fulani terrorists after killing and killing and killing and killing. The governor of Niger State confessed to that. He said it. I didn't say it. He said it. The governor. That today, in my own say, over 500 communities, they are cut across over 12 local government areas. They are completely in control of the terrorists. So if you go serve your fatherland for Niger, you can't find yourself on this road, you better hold that your vibes. And inshallah, tikpe, anything can happen. They said the road identified as the axis of terrorists are Suleja, Lambata, Bida roads, and roads in Kushaka, Kurebe, Pandongari. No, that's not the name. Pandogari, Gidigori, Kusherki, Koregi, Alawa, Kwaki, Bataro, Shikuba, Shafa, Kahuri, Zazaga, in Rafi local government area. These are towns, I told you. They are towns. They may be sounding somehow to you, but people who have been in those areas, they will tell you, especially some of you, when Nigeria was still a little bit peaceful then, you went to go and serve there. I can give you the names again. All the roads that link to all these places, so they are roads that people plied every day. They are roads that people are being taken every day, being killed every day, underreported. I'll take that again. In Niger State, now there Babangida come from, IBB, the evil genius they call him. Now there Abdul Salami Abubakar come from, the man who gave you the fraudulent 1999 constitution that is causing this division, this bloodshed, this bad blood that Bokwari and his gang are now milking. Abdul Salami is from that place too. Ladies and gentlemen, but if you find yourself anywhere around these following areas or on the roads around these areas, you are on your own. And they are the Bida Road and roads in Kushaka, Kurebe, Pandogari, Gidigori, Kusheriki, Kuregi, Alawa, Kwaki, Bataro, Chikuba, Shafa, Kahuri, Zazaga, all of these in Rafi local government areas of Niger State. No go there if you don't get business there. And if you have to go, make sure say you have your own ransom payment, ransom saving. Don't come go there, come they shout Nigeria is not protecting our citizen. Don't pretend say you don't know. You go there, you go be that but they go see you again. Other roads under siege are in Kakangi, Gayam, Danganji, Maganda, Dawari, Kazage, and Kainji New Busa Road. That one sounds familiar. Kainji, Abi. There are many times the terrorists have tried to take over Kainji, but they've taken over Shiroro. Shiroro is also in Niger State. The terrorists, ISWAP, they are in charge of Shiroro. Your national grid will continue to collapse because terrorists will take over, but you will figure it out later, or if you haven't already. Come take a stop in Zamfara. Take a stop in Zamfara. Apart from kidnapping, banditry has made Guzo, Magami, Dansadao, Kuseri to Danjibga, Keita, Wanke, Kaura Namoda, Moriki, Shinkafi, Zurmi, Jibia, to Kasina, Antalata, Mafara, to Safe roads, unsafe. Again, I don't know if I'm pronouncing them correctly. I'm doing my best to see if I could make the context easier for every one of you listening. These are in Zamfara State. If you can't go Sokoto, they say be careful. If you found yourselves on the roads in Isa and Rabba local government areas, they are dangerous as a result of banditry. In Sokoto State, the headquarters of ISWAP, you know, Islamic State of West African Province, that pledged their allegiance to ISIL in Syria and Iraq, Iran. I don't know. Shebi Shah no ISIL. The headquarters of ISIL in West Africa is in Sokoto State, the caliphate seat of Nigeria. Now there then they banditry self day. If you walk anyhow, you go lose. I mean, you go lost anyhow. That's what they are saying, and that is Nigeria, the Nigeria that is going to be great. And remember, do not forget, the people who brought this upon you, they are the same people who said they want to continue from where these ones are going to stop. Baba, now die you day. I know they choose your poison as usual, and please own up every time you choose your poison. Let's say we decided to now go to the eastern Nigeria, where Fulani terrorists are also reigning supreme. There are roads. If you waka anyhow, you go lost anyhow. If your family no get ransom, they will tell you that na IPOB this or that, na lie. The Fulani terrorists that that prompted the establishment of Eastern Security Network by the IPOB, they exist too. It's just that my Biafran brothers love to always remind me, Mayegun, they cannot try that with us. I agree. I believe you. Unfortunately, the people who are supposed to back you up after that great noble idea of defending yourselves, there are no other people than the same Igbo politicians, which you know. The saboteurs, those who are sabotaging your efforts, are no other people than the same Igbo politicians and the elite. Therefore, it is not to say you know they try, okay? But like everyone else, all of us, they chop arm. For Igbo land, the Fulani terrorists, Baba, then they dear Boku. I wish they allowed the ESN to do what they said they would do without them being killed by the Ebubeagu and the Nigerian police and Nigerian military. But if you waka anyhow in this area, in eastern Nigeria, no be IPOB, no be ESN, na Fulani terrorist. If you are gone, you are gone, just like everyone else and everywhere else as well. Let's say in Enugu, they say the spot where kidnapping, because ESN no they kidnap anybody, ESN no they attack anybody other than these same rogues that they have told you to demonize IPOB. Imagine demonizing ESN because they are going after this terrorist. And maybe because Nigeria was able to spend enough money on their propaganda that today, if they want to talk about Eastern Nigeria, they will say yes. And Abi, they are not telling you about me yet, Yala. People actually know better. Now, listen to all these routes, right? If you waka anyhow, then grab you, Baba. I don't know. What did they call him? One Reverend Father, I've been a bishop. You know that man they kidnapped from Imo State, and you remember he was traveling with his driver. They collected 100 million naira from him. Who collected the money? Fulani terrorists in eastern Nigeria. Well, these are the roads for the record. They said the spot where, especially in Enugu, the spot where kidnapping mostly occurs in the state are Enugu, Ugwogo, Unsuka Road, Unsuka, Adani, Onitsha Road, 9th Mile, Unsuka, Makodi Road, Enugu, Onitsha Expressway. Partially, they said particularly at Ugu, Honyama Valley and Enugu, Port Harcourt Road. If they grab you, na demo, when you travel those roads every day, for those who travel the roads regularly, you are always advised never to travel between 5 p.m. Abi? Gone were the days when you go see Port Harcourt boys and girls. They can quickly jump down to Delta in the middle of the night to go and party, and then they will return back to their base. They will say them be Port Harcourt boys, them be umu okoro, umu this, umu that boys and girls. Even the court boys in Port Harcourt, they know save them travel in the middle. Anytime after 5, now war, then go prepare for. And if you say you go see them ready, loaded, Abi, that's the reality. Today, no thanks to APC, Egbekegbe. Other areas around Enugu, you have Ukpabi Nimbo community in Uzo, Uwani local government area, which is lonely, bushy, and surrounded by forests, where victims are taken to oftentimes. Suspected Fulani herdsmen were said to be responsible for the cases at Ugwu Onyama along Enugu Onitsha Road. Other areas include Heha Amufu Ikem Road, Ugwogo Ikem Road, Ikem Benue Road, Nkalagu Unsuka Road, Unsuka Uzo Uwani Road, Enugu Ezike Kogi Road, Enugu Port Harcourt Road, and 9th Mile Humulokpa Road. If you go to Ebonyi, the following roads are their hotspot too. They said some of the roads where kidnappers often operate include Enugu Abakaliki Expressway, Abakaliki Afikpo Expressway, Amasiri Okigwe Expressway, Ivo Oso Eda Road, and some roads linking the interlands in the state. When they say interland, these are communities that are far from the city. You can only see them along expressways. All these communities are suffering the terrorism of this Fulani terrorists in Ebonyi. Now, if you then go to Benue, Taraba areas, and you find yourself driving or traveling on some of the following roads, you should be careful. The first security one is if you have to travel, right? Travel lights, and at the same time, make sure that your location on your journey is being relayed back to someone out there. They told you this not because you can get any help from anywhere. No, it's just to give your people understanding of what probably happened to you and where. Okay, it's not because police is coming to rescue you or anything. Okay, you're on your own. Always remember that. Don't go to dial a police number. I get police emergency number. Baba, even if you get governor number, governor direct number, you're on your own. Except if you are a governor's son or a governor's daughter, maybe. So if you are driving and you are traveling along this road, you should be careful, especially traveling through Benue and Taraba. They said the Sankera axis, comprising 3 local government areas, Katsina Ala, Ukum, and local government areas, have had to contend with issues of kidnappings which usually occur on the over 150-kilometer stretch of Katsina Ala Wukari Road linking Benue and Taraba states. Also, Wukari, Takum, and Wukari Ibibi roads in Taraba State are notorious for kidnapping, and Mararaba Takum Road. I hope you write them down. Not just they sit down there, they say, hey, everything don't finish. Or we know everything don't finish. It's just to help you to understand how finish. You know, they say there's difference between finish and completely finished. APC, Egbekegbe, have completely finished Nigeria. Save Nigeria. If you love Nigeria, save Nigeria and break her up. Save the people, save your life. So please, before then, take them on. So they said, well, that is in Taraba. If you begin to come down again and you enter Kogi, be careful of the following roads. Many of you have no choice. You have to travel them. Of course. Just make sure that you never have to take a risk of being caught on the road anytime after 5 p.m. The entire country. Can you imagine that? In Kogi, the unsafe roads are Lokoja Abaji, Kaba, and Kaba to Obaja, Mopa, Ayetoro, Egbe, Ilorin Road, Geregu, Ajaokuta, Irepeni Forest, Lokoja Highway, Okene, Opela Highway, Ajegu Ida Road, and Oga Omi Road, where herdsmen attack natives regularly. They may not even be on the road kidnapping. It may just be the time they are killing people in those communities. And you, they pass, you feel collect. That's so it be. And there is no soldier, anybody coming for you. Just remember that. If you can't take a tour, say you they do road trip, enter Kirby. They say they have 4 roads that have been, that have been the den of these Fulani terrorists. According to this report, they say particularly Zuru Emirates is one of the highly terrorized areas of Kebbi State. And the roads include Daki Takwas, Zuru Road. They also said the roads linking Magaba, Wade, and Hunguwa villages from Makunawa village is unsafe. Don't try to ply the road if you find yourself around there. They said Yauri Shanga Road in Yauri Emirates is also highly terrorized. Also, the road from Onachi to Diri is a no-go area. I don't get business for Kebbi. I don't get business for northern Nigeria. Okay? Because waiting at the find. What am I looking for? To go and become what? Proof waiting to who? Eh? And that's just me. Many of you are very, very adventurous. Okay? So when you break up Nigeria, it doesn't stop your adventure. You can do your adventure to Tanzania. You can do it to Zanzibar. You can do it to Gambia. You can do it to Sokoto Emirate. You can do it to Gobiri, Borno Empire Emirate in Nigeristan. The thing is that we will have to respect ourselves, respect our boundary, and keep our people safe enough, at least alive, longer than what Nigeria is currently giving or promising. It's all up to us. If you go back to Sokoto, they say be careful. They said the hotspots include Sokoto Tangaza Gudu Road, Sokoto Tureta Guzau Road, and Sokoto Goronyo Sabombrini Road, Sokoto Isa Road, and Sokoto Raba Gandhi Road in Sokoto State. All of now will be travelers, adventurers. Remember this. If you go, if you no come back, no be me, it get us CBO. But we can't say all of these things without remembering Imo now. Imo State, where Hopeless Uzo Dinjo has made Imo State the gateway for the jihadists to enter southeast Nigeria. And he's done a very, very evil job tremendously for them, where young Biafrans have been killed by the Nigerian soldiers brought in by Hopeless Uzodinjo. They are looking for the Igbo youth to kill, while the terrorists they are running rampage, running riots in Imo State. If you should find yourself traveling along Imo State, be careful of the following roads, because if you get taken, bye you. If you no get ransom money, your organ may be the one they will use as replacement. It is what it is. Just be careful. As they say, break it up to save lives. Weekly, People get kidnapped and mostly killed afterwards. The unsafe roads include Oba, Arondizugu, Okigwe Expressway, the road linking Avu in Owerri West and Obosima in Ohaji, Egbema, Asa Obile Road in Ohaji, Egbema, Okigwe Enugu Expressway, Onuimo Okigwe Road, Mbaise Umuahia Road, and the road that leads from Umuagwo in Imo to River State. Also, Okigwe Isuochi axis of Enugu Port Harcourt Road has been taken over by Fulani herdsmen who kidnap people. That's the report. So ask me, Mayegun, oh yeah, where is his left now after all of this? It took me, listen, it took me how many minutes? It took it took me 82 minutes. 82 minutes to go through all the 177 roads that have now become dangerous road, or the road, they call them terror road, or the road of no return. If you return, you have to be grateful. You probably have no idea what you escape. But as we say, yesterday's survivors are today's victims. Today's survivors are tomorrow's victims. Nigeria calamity brought upon us division and death, poverty, and all this brought upon us by the APC, Egbekegbe, in 7 years has positioned you and me to wait for our turn, because the death that they have brought upon us as a people has become turn by turn Nigeria Limited. Yesterday's survivors are today's victims. Today's survivors are tomorrow's victims. If you survive tomorrow, you are just waiting for your turn, and it could happen just any time. And no thanks to APC, Egbekegbe. I'm going to stop there because it's kind of cool if we react. For those who watched my earlier broadcast on Sunday sermon, I said it has gotten to a point where if we want things to be different, we must, as a matter of fact, as a matter of urgency, as a matter of importance, put actions into our words, and then begin to work, not work hard, work smart. If we have a number of us who believe that we deserve better, especially as a Yoruba man, as Yoruba people, on Mayegun's Diary, Political, and every other pro-Yoruba platforms, right? It is always the time when they are gathering to sell us off again, to negotiate over our head, all because of the power and the wealth that Nigeria promises them. It is also good for us this time around not to continue to play the victim's card. We should not always play the victim card now. It is time for us to put actions into our words. So I have done my homework very well. I told you, currently, if we have to go ahead with our own awareness, publicity, and the rest of that we plan to embark on, we should do that this August. But there are many other things that we plan to do, and we are starting them with our Yoruba Union, Yoruba, where we are not just talking, we are now going to be acting by bringing ourselves together. All of us who believe and agreed that we deserve better. And you see these rogues, this crop of criminals who are identifying as Yorubas in order to use us as their negotiation tool in their project Nigeria. It is time for us to stop playing the victim's card. It is time for us to rise up and fight back. When we fight back, we're not going to have to fight hard. We would have to fight smart. We'll use our number if we actually want to prove anything. So in the next 24 hours, we are going to start the general mobilization of all the Yoruba sons and daughters all over the world. Who is interested, by the way, in making, or let me say, in changing the entire forced weaponized, what do you call it, weaponized one Nigeria on us, which has completely sucked out our own dignity as a people, where everything thrown at us is expected of us to accept, get used to it, especially if they say it is for one Nigeria. This particular one is one of them among many others. So as Yorubas on this platform, in the next couple of days, we are going to put to test that number. How many of you, how many of us are actually ready to to engage these people, right? And then there's this saying, they say, give them a run for their money. They considered us as conquered people. They can only scream and complain right before our eyes. We can see the danger that our people and ourselves have been boxed into. We know we are never going to get out of it without a fight. And on Mayegun's Diary Political, from tomorrow, we would have that launched. I have told you many times, I am just a messenger. If this is going to succeed, or if it's not going to succeed, it will be solely on all of us. But on our own part, we can say, even if we don't achieve all we would love to achieve, maybe because you choose not to turn up. I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just trying to let you know that I am one of the people who love to manage their own expectation. They say if witches were horses, beggars will what? Beggars will ride. But we are not beggars. Our dreams are not wishes. So it is now left for us to prove it, if they are just wishes or just social media wishes. On Mayegun's Diary Political, I have told people, I said, we have nothing to prove to anybody, but to ourselves. Who are we? Complainers? Victims? Conquered people? We have seen what they have used the system to achieve, especially in Yoruba land. We can sense where this is headed. Generation of young Yorubas who are supposed to be given what is a lifetime, a tool, education for them that will make them independence themselves in their life and then become productive for the land, their own land. Nigeria denied them all of that. And we can see every day when these children are being born into a system that is weaponized, rigged against them, a system that they are always going to be swimming against the tide. But you and I, as Yorubas in the diaspora, we have been participating in rescuing Nigeria for a long time. We have been contributing into the economic survival of Nigeria by subsidizing the economy of our own people, the same economy ruined by the greedy, selfish politicians. So we have been doing it. It's just that we have never, ever been given the credits that we were due. Now, we're not going to ask them to give it to us. We have decided to stop asking them to do something. We would do something that will eventually change this entire thing in these coming days, coming weeks, and years. How do we get us involved? How do we get ourselves mobilized, encouraged to volunteer, and then end this madness? Like I said, we are not going to be fighting hard. We are going to be fighting smart. We are going to also be paying them back in their coins, but we will do so when we know we have the number verified enough to make the push. The journey to achieving that is just a few, what do you call it? It's just a few hours away. It's not left to all of us. Yesterday, I presented to you some prototype design for the Yoruba Union, the one that you and I would have to give life to in the next few hours. You are going to sign up your family members who are Yorubas. They are going to be part of this. They are going to be volunteers enough that will take all our own intentions, the disruption of a rigged system, this time around with the resources that can actually disrupt it, not just us expecting them to listen to us and do what we want them to do. No, we just have to get ourselves ready and make everybody do what they have to do. If all of us are doing what we have to do, trust me, it is either they have to respect the sovereignty of the Yoruba people, or they would have to let them go. This time around, the Yorubas will have to make that demand. How do we do that? Yoruba Union. You should be part of it. It is all coming up. The first stage of it is to allow people to sign up, meet other Yorubas all over the world, share with them your own views about what is going on. Let the Yorubas in Yoruba land meet up with their own brothers and sisters, their own blood from across the world. Link up. And then when we get the number, we are going to do something that has never been done before. We are going to make so many people who feels like this is a waste of time, we are going to make them turn around and say, wow, did you actually do this? How did you guys do this? And we have to show them that there is always a power in number if they have a common cause, a common purpose, this time around for the common good. That's our intention. You should be getting ready. This is going to be a big thing, a very, very big thing, if you allow it to be bigger. So we came up with another design after hearing the views of everyone on the concept. So I came up with this. Now, look at this. We intend to make this the official logo. We have two of it, okay? These will go, they will serve a similar purpose, but with a stronger authorization, okay? So, for example, if this comes, underneath the email that is sent to you by this organization, right? There should be a meaning that comes with it. I don't want to make that up yet, okay? I have something in my head. Then if something, if an email or a letterheaded paper comes with a stamp, a gold stamp of Yoruba Union like this, that means it comes with a stronger authority. It simply means anything that this any message of ours that comes with this comes with serious resources to back those messages up. If we say we're going to do something, right, and you check the message and you see this logo, a gold one, it carries a powerful authority because it also comes with very powerful resources. That's the plan. I won't say more than that. Then when it comes to crest, we have a golden one as well. Okay. This crest, is put together as a shield that can go onto our souvenirs, right? Our souvenirs, when we talk about, wristband, T-shirt, face cap, books, magazines, and I'm just all those, souvenirs. You can come across this as our official logo then, and it also comes in two face as well. For now, I haven't, develop what they will represent, but you can tell these two, if you come across them, these are logos that are going to be copyrighted, they are copyrighted, by the way. So they are ours, and they are now open for your views as we speak. Okay. So somebody said that you may not really like some of them as well, okay? But I want you to see beyond just like or fancy things you've seen in that, okay? I've been approached by a few people who said because of their religion and faith, right? Oh, I'm a Christian. Why are you putting the Oriolokun there? Eh? Is that not something that is? I said, hey, Baba, I beg no provoke us. So, because if you talk like that as a Yoruba man, that you have an issue with the Oriolokun, which actually symbolizes, wealth, prosperity, hard work, reward, protection in the Yoruba folklore. Okay, so there's a reason why we have to put that there. It has, for those who told you that, Yoruba, especially our Yoruba in Yoruba history, who told you that some part of our history are evil, some part of our history are this or that because of the Abrahamic religion that they brought to you. There's nothing that should make you clash with this design. And if it's about fancy as well, I want us to see beyond that too, okay? And it can possibly even get better. I know some of you are watching me and be like, I can design a better one. I know you can. Probably you can. But for our own going forward, this is where we're going to start from. Okay. So if there is, and there's always a room for improvement as well. Okay. Nothing is, what do you call it? Nothing is casted in stone. Like I told everyone before, I said, we must know something. We must be willing and ready to make mistakes, honest and sincere mistakes, so that we can learn from them. Do you understand that now? From them, we can build on them. Our ideas are running wild. On this platform alone, there are many, many of you who have fantastic ideas of how this should be. How do we get them all together? We have to start something. Then we will be able to gather everyone, discover all of you with your beautiful ideas, designers. I have got people in my own email there who are great developers. Some of them are going to see our website and they're going to be like, I can do better. I know you can, but remember this: the purpose is not to build the fanciest. The purpose is not to build the most beautiful. The purpose is to build something durable and safe, secure, enough that not just your data is safe, your banking information is also safe. All of these critical things are being put in place. Maybe in the future we'll get to have to design fancy, fancy stuff. But for now, we are paying attention to the critical things. I mean, the critical tools that will make this work easier for us to do. Okay. So all other things that you're going to observe, they are going to be taken into consideration. Trust me, they are going to be taken into consideration. And eventually, I believe we will eventually discover or do the best because our intention are noble and pure. Finally, I want to say thank you to every one of you who reacted to the call for the resumption of our contribution yesterday. So yesterday, in the part of our program, especially when we started the phone in, that was the moment one of our callers, a veteran on Mayegun's Diary Political, said, why do we have to wait for another time or fix a time to start this fundraiser to pay for all the stuffs we want to do? Remember, when people raise funds on Mayegun's Diary Political, they are not raising the fund for me. Every penny that people are putting together on Mayegun's Diary Political, especially in the last 5-6 months, right? They've always been towards something. And most of the time, they are people pioneered. People asked for that, and they said we should bring back the publicity. This time around, I told you I've gotten the figure, and we are now hovering around the 3 million and 3.5 million. We can cut down if we don't have that much. And that's what prompted the fundraiser again. So if you come across them, right, and you have chipped in your own little or huge contribution, trust me, they are hugely appreciated. So when the funds begin to arrive, I would tell you what is available to spend. But from yesterday to today, the few people who responded, great people indeed, right? We have managed to raise over £400 just between yesterday and now. And I can say maybe because we didn't really emphasize more on it. I'm going to take a break now. Okay. I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea again. Then I'm going to start taking calls. Remember where we started from. Remember where we are. you can help us to get the night even better and more understandable for everyone. And when I get back again, I'm going to put on the link as I've been told to do. I'm going to put up the link, right? And then if you want to, you can use that and also make any kind of contribution you would like to make. It is voluntary. So don't say, I thought I had to do it or something. Nobody's going to force you to do anything. You should be matured enough to make your own decisions, I would say, okay? And none of this is in a skilled way. It's in black and white, transparent as it can be. And if you have any question, trust me, pick up that phone. You can call in if you want. All right? I would be back. And then you do me a favor before we get to that, right? Don't forget, you can still like this video if you haven't, share it if you haven't. And if this is your first time on Mayegun's Diary Political and you like this, you can also subscribe right now. So when I get back, I will start taking calls I can share.